So, you guys know that we have been reading through Macbeth, and now we're at Act 1, Scene 5. Before we go straight into the text, though, today, I want us to do a little bit of pre-thinking. We know that one of the themes that we've already seen we've been talking about is ambition, and so we're going to look for that characteristic in the text we're looking at today. So, take a minute. You can either write to yourself, talk to a partner, think about ambition and what that means to you. And if you can think about any characters that you know to be very ambitious, or maybe you are an ambitious person, what makes you ambitious? What's your ambition? So take a couple minutes, talk amongst yourselves, or write whatever you're more comfortable with. Just being ambitious.
So I think it could be good and bad. I actually had a student that I was tutoring read a thesis for this, and it was that ambition without morals is where you fall. Because that's like Macbeth, right? As soon as you lose the morals, it just like. What if it comes with ambition? Oh, okay. Yeah. So as soon as he's like, he's a really good guy, great warrior and stuff, and then he goes out and witches tell him that he can't, right? First they tell him that he'd be like vain, whatever, and then that comes true. But in that prophecy, they also told him he king. So instead of just waiting for fate to take its course, he instead decided that he's going to kill the king. And the only reason he gets to this point where he's a good man is because of his wife, Lady Macbeth, telling him, right? She's like driven by all this ambition. And so then he like gives into it, kills him, and then the next thing you know, he's just killing anyone. And anyone that can take his like kingship. And he just is like, he has no morals anymore, and he just calls fine. Okay, so that was a very general. So at least from real life books that like people are ambitious, I always think of like Harry Potter fans, but yeah, right, or Aragon. I really like fantasy. So I think if people like that,
Everyone a chance to share, get some ideas. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you really want to share ideas. There it is. Good. Okay. So, are you a Gossip Girl fan? Okay, I know my eyes are a little old, but you guys probably saw it. Okay, so when I think of ambition, immediately I think of, who's this? Blair Waldorf. Okay, and then Jennifer, what's her ambition? Her biggest dream. Okay, think about early in the season. She really wants to go to college, and she wants to go to Yale. She's all about Yale. Bulldogs, Bulldogs, rah, rah, rah. And I love that this picture came with this quote: "Destiny is for losers. It's just a lame excuse for letting things happen to you instead of making them happen." So ambition, you're making things happen for yourself. If we look back at that definition that I have too. Okay, a strong desire for success, achievement, or distinction. Did anyone else have a person that they thought of, a character, or maybe yourself? Like, what was your ambition, and what did you do to reach your goal? Kelly, what did you do?
Oh, well, Brianna was just explaining we were talking about Macbeth, because I don't know Macbeth, but she was telling me about how ambition sometimes, a lot of times is good, but sometimes if you don't have morals along with it, it can be really bad. So she sort of explained the idea of, the loss of morals leads to great destruction, or whatever.
That's interesting. Can we think of an ambitious and moral person, like someone who's exercised ambition and moral way? Yeah, Zach?
Rudy.
Rudy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not connecting.
It's a movie.
So like it's about the kid playing. Have you seen Rudy? He plays football for Notre Dame.
Okay, this is an older movie,
It's
right?
an old Sean Astin, isn't it?
Yeah, I can help.
Okay,
So,
we move on.
well, no, he's this kind of like a runt. If you think of like puppies, he's the runt of the litter.
Okay.
And so his whole thing is he wants to play football for Notre Dame. It's been his dream since forever. And so his whole thing is every year he keeps trying out for the team, but he keeps getting like water boy, equipment manager. And so the 1 year he finally gets it. He gets to play, and everyone's like, let Rudy play, and he gets to make a play, big deal, rah rah,
he gets his dream by working really hard, it sounds like, and not always succeeding and working in partnership with people. That sound right? Interesting? Okay, that's cool. So keep that person in your head. Today our reading target is we're going to describe the character of Lady Macbeth, and I have an image for you as well to keep in your minds, based on the reading that we're going to do in Act 1, Scene 5. And I want us to use her character, what we learned about her, to analyze her motivation and to make some predictions about her role in the play. We know that characters are what move the plot along and help us understand themes. So that's why it's important to understand who those characters are. I put our verbs in red today so that as we're reading, you can remember to practice using those verbs to think. Okay? And we're all going to read out loud in class together so that we can do some thinking all together, because we know that this is kind of a difficult text to go through. And there's a few notes from me on there. You can make more notes as you need. If you have questions, write them down on your sheet, because we'll have set times when we break the reading together. Does anyone feel really Shakespearean today and want to do some reading out loud? Okay, Lexi, how about you read the first, like whatever sentence are in the first 5 lines? Yeah, so end at the end of the sentence.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the practice report they have more in them than moral knowledge.
Okay, so when thinking back earlier in the text, who do you think are these they and them? And probably more importantly, who do we think is writing this letter?
It's, well, Macbeth is writing the letter,
Mm-hmm.
and they would be the witches, I think. I'm not entirely sure. They met me in the day of success, and it could be the king as well. But I can't
Okay, so those are some good predictions. Good predictions. Let's move on and see if we can figure out who they are from our text. Anyone else feel like reading? Jill, you feel like reading a little bit today?
Sure. When I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves air, into which they vanished. While as I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me, and referred to me to the coming on of time, with Hail, King that shall be.
Okay, so what do we think about Brianna's predictions or connections earlier in the text? Nancy, what do you think? Was she right?
Witches, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so we're definitely talking about the witches. We have Macbeth talking about the witches in a letter to his wife. Let's see, who else would like to read? Colleen, would you like to read a little bit?
Are we at by which title, or are we further along?
We are past that. We're at this have I. So that's
Okay.
line 11. There's line numbers on there for
I
you.
got you. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightest not lose the dues of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart and farewell.
Okay, so this is the end of the letter. What's going on? Who can describe what just happened in their own words? Yeah, go ahead. Nancy.
So the witches made a prediction about Macbeth's future, and he's relaying that prediction to his wife. So he's basically sharing good news with her because they called him king and ruler. So he's saying that she will be queen with him.
Okay, so did we catch that? Who can say, just what Auntie said, what was the witch's prediction? What did they say to her?
Then you would be king.
That they became, and then for Lady Macbeth, that means that she would be queen. So this next part is where we really need to focus and pay attention to her character, because we're going to hear her speak and use her own words. So I'm going to read a couple lines for a little bit, give you guys a break. Glamis thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet I do fear thy nature is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, thou wouldst holily. So, how is Lady Macbeth describing her husband?